It's a beautiful and hot summer evening right here in Santa Rosa, Laguna. 35 degrees outside, right outside the Santa Rosa multi-purpose complex, and the Heat probably a foreshadowing of the game that will commence later on. This is the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League, and we continue to make history with game number 2 of this matchup between San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and the Mono Vampire Basketball Club of Thailand. Alab Pilipinas, of course, taking game number 1. They hold a 1-0 lead in this final series. Thank you so much for watching live on SNA HD, and at the #1 sports website in the country, sports.abs-cbn.com, and also live streaming at the Facebook and YouTube pages of the ASEAN Basketball League. This is Martin Javier at your service this evening, and I'm going to be working alongside the birthday boy, Mr. Marco Benitez. Marco, good evening. Welcome to the coverage, and I'm sure as a post-birthday treat, you are ready for an exhilarating game tonight.
That's exactly correct, Martin, and thank you very much for the greeting. Expect an explosive, high-scoring matchup tonight, as what happened in Game 1 is something that they're foreshadowing what's going to happen in Game 2. Alab Pilipinas will look to hold serve here and take a commanding 2-0 lead in a best-of-5 series, which will pretty much be a decider if they can get that win here today. But Mono Vampire has other plans, so let's see what happens.
All right, before we go deep into our discussion, let's now turn it over to our Coliseum announcer for the team presentations and pre-game activities.
A hoop-sighting evening, ladies and gentlemen! We are glad to be back here at the Lion City of the South, Santa Rosa, Laguna, as we make history again here at the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex for Game 2 of the best-of-5 final series of the ASEAN Basketball League Season 8. Once again, it's the visiting Mono Vampire Basketball Club from Thailand going up against our very own San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. This game is brought to you live via ABS-CBN SNA. And now let's call out the competing teams. First, the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. Number 5, their Asian Heritage import, Jason Brickman. Number 7, World import, Mike Singletary. Number 8, another Asian Heritage import from the Philippines, Paul Samar. Number 10, Supawich Kukanding. Number 12, Sirapong Bunyay. Number 21, World import, Samuel Deguara. Number 36, Sorop Sutonsiri. Number 38, Arnat Puanla. Number 65, Tirawat Chantachoy. Number 69, Darongpan Apirom Vilaychay. Number 77, Chichay Anante. Number 91, Chanachon Klahan. Their head coach is Douglas Clark Marty. Assistant coaches are Tongkiat Shang Sansene and Supakatiki Tontin. Once again, the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. And now Santa Rosa Laguna, make some noise for our very own San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. Number 1, Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Number 2, Josh Urbis Dondoy. Number 3, Lo Domingo. Number 6, J.R. Alabanse. Number 8, Robbie Salas. Number 10, Rico Meyer-Hoffer. Number 13, Paulo Havelane. Number 24, Openg Sumalinoy. Number 25, Dondon Hontiveros. Number 32, World Import Justin Brownlee. And number 34, another World Import, Ronaldo Baldwin. The head coach for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is Jimmy Labag. His assistants are Macau and MC Abelashin. Team consultant is Danny Siegel. At this point, may request everyone to please stand up for the Philippine National Anthem. Both teams may proceed to the center court for the pre-game handshake.
Backdoor coverage here live on SNA. This is the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League. Both teams at mid-court exchanging pre-game pleasantries here. Of course, game number 1, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas took that one 143 to 130 in a record-breaking performance for both teams. The highest scoring game ever recorded here in the ASEAN Basketball League. As you guys can see, the highlights of game number 1 was Ronaldo Balkman, Sam Deguara, and Bobby Ray Parks Jr. in the first quarter, scoring a lot in that game. Singletary also had a big night, 42 points for the world import of Mono Vampire Basketball Club. But Marco, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas just pulling the right stops at the right time to come up with a win in that game.
That's exactly correct, Martin, and that game 1 was just a terrific display of shot making from both squads, from the world imports all the way to the local players. Bobby Ray Parks had 27 points in that game, as you mentioned. Brownlee had 46, Balkman had 39, Singletary had 42 points, and 143, the highest scoring ball game in ASEAN Basketball League history, and that's going to be an indication. This game 2 is also going to be a very high scoring affair here. And we're going to see the stats in a bit. You see there, all of those stats point to a high scoring outing. 54% from the field for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, 51% for Mono Vampire. Free throws, that's about 25 free throw attempts for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, 31 for Mono Vampire. Both teams shooting at a very high percentage. I think the difference was in the turnover department. 20 turnovers for Mono Vampire. Very well, that's about their average, about 20 turnovers per game. San Miguel Alab Pilipinas took care of the basketball extremely well, just 9 turnovers, and they dominated inside the paint, 88 to 62. You see the leading stat scorers or stat providers. Brownlee at 46, Balkman at 15 rebounds. Brownlee also had 9 assists. He was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Jason Brickman also 14 assists, but fell to cramps with about 2:48 remaining that fourth quarter, and that was a big blow to Coach Douglas Marty in Mono Vampire.
46 points, the highest output in ABL Finals history as well. Brownlee surpassing Justin Howard Howard had 45 points last year in game number 1 against the Singapore Slingers. Now, if you take a look at the matchup here, Mike Singletary and Ronaldo Balkman. Ronaldo, well, he also had a big game in game number 1, 39 points, 15 rebounds. Singletary, on the other hand, flirting with a triple-double while scoring big as well.
But this is going to be the world import matchup on the perimeter. 46 for Brownlee, 42 for Singletary. Brownlee is averaging a 30.3 points per game against Mono Vampire this season, close to a triple-double. Add to that about 10 rebounds, 8.7 assists, while Singletary is averaging 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists against San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. So these two world imports shining the brightest against each other.
All right, let's turn it over to our Coliseum Barker once again to introduce the starting unit for both teams.
First, for the Mono Vampire Basketball Club, number 5, Jason Brickman. Number 7, Mike Singletary. Number 8, Paul Samar. Number 21, Samuel De Guara. And number 69, Darongpan Apirong Vilaichai. Again, the head coach for the Mono Vampire Basketball Club is Douglas Clark Marty. And now, here are the starters for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. At shooting guard, number 2, Josh Urbistondo. At point guard, number 13, Paulo Havellane. At power forward, number 32, Justin Brownlee. At center, number 34, Ronaldo Balkman. At small forward, number 1, Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Again, the head coach for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas is Jimmy Alapag. Officials for the baseball game are crew chief.
All right, back to our coverage here, and a slight tweak in the starting unit of Coach Jimmy Alapag, not opting to start Oping Sumalinog tonight and going with the fireball, Josh Urbistondo, for a small 2-guard lineup to begin this game.
Well, Oping Sumalinog was not able to score in that game 1. Coach Jimmy Alapag reinserting Urbistondo in the starting lineup. Remember, after falling to injury in terms of a hamstring injury in that towards the end of the regular season, Urbistondo has not gotten a breakout game as of yet, as we see the officials here that we're going to have this evening. So Coach Jimmy Alapag trying to give Josh Urbistondo much confidence that he needs, especially since this is a 5-game series, the first team to win 3 games. So they're going to need Josh Urbistondo's output.
All right. Back to our coverage right inside the Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. We are ready for game number 2 of the finals. This is your ASEAN Basketball League.
If you remember in game 1, Martin, I believe first couple of possessions, Mono Vampire tried to go to Santa Guara in the post. He's going to be very crucial for them. Played just 19 minutes in game 1, but had 21 points. He was in foul trouble, had 3 personal fouls in the first half, fouled out on the last play of on that drive by Justin Brown. He's going to be crucial. He has to stay on the floor and keep himself away from foul trouble.
First miss for Ronaldo Balkman, first miss of the game. Here is Jason Brickman. Again, he did not finish game number 1. He would like to bounce back tonight, get a win for his team. Ecuador, just like how he started game number 1, easy basket inside.
And he's going to be the big factor here, and as rightly so, Mono Vampire going to the Guara inside right away.
Here's Ronaldo. Now, Marco, if we're talking about San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, obviously they got the win, but they almost lost. Down by 4 late in that game. How do you think they will come up with a better performance tonight against Mono Vampire?
Well, I was talking to Coach Macau prior to this game, and he said that they do not want to play a high-scoring game because that is Mono's territory. They want to play a lot of defense, especially on Brickman. Make Brickman a scorer instead of a facilitator, and also try to get the interior defense going, especially off that ball screen.
Interesting point there. Make Jason Brickman a scorer rather than a facilitator. So far in the playoffs, well, he's done both. He's made an impact on both ends, averaging about 15 points and 10 assists.
in the ASEAN Basketball League playoffs.
Well, if you remember their first meeting, which is the most lopsided matchup between these two teams, Brickman only had 3 assists in that game, scored 7 points, and that is the type of game that Alab Pilipinas wants to put against Jason Brickman.
A third possession in a row. Mono goes to Deguara this time. He misses the shot. Here's Balkman, bounce pass. Brownlee with a floater inside.
This is where Alab is at their best when they're 2 world imports and Bobby Ray Parks and the other players are running the floor so deadly on the open court.
4 apiece. Jason Brickman almost losing the basketball. Singletary fires and it's from 3.
You don't get to 42 points if you cannot hit that 3-point shot. Mike Singletary, very deadly, was 4 of 15 from long distance, but has a knack for hitting those big shots.
Shot it quite a lot from a 3-point range in that game. It was 14 out of 33 in total. Balkman with a miss. Brownlee gets the offensive board. Tried to throw it down in the face of Sam Deguara. Unable to do so.
But you see the difference with Deguara on the floor, really changing a lot of shots. Even that dunk by Brownlee,
it was altered.
Yeah, it was altered because of Deguara. Remember, in that third quarter, it was 59 to 58, and then Deguara goes out of the game, and then Alab erupts in that third quarter.
Tremendous impact in the game. Talking about the 7'5" behemoth, Sam Deguara. Zamar with a nice extra pass underneath. Singletary with a basket.
And that is because of the confidence of Paul Zamar. Had 25 points last game, so he's going to be a marked man here for Alab Pilipinas. That's going to open up opportunities for his other teammates.
Fast start for Mono Vampire here, 11-4. With over 3 minutes gone in the contest. Urbistondo gets the ball. He goes to Parks, double team. Parks goes by Brickman. Does not get the floater to drop. Deguara gets the rebound. But Bobby Ray steals the ball away. Oh, rejection again for Deguara. Balkman though does not give up and draws the foul on Deguara.
That's excellent defense there by Sam Deguara. 2 shots altered. One of those blocked by Deguara. The foul's going to go on Apirong Chai.
And now let's go to Denise Dinsay for her first report. Denise, go ahead.
Marco, San Miguel Alab Pilipinas head coach Jimmy Alabag mentioned that it has been a roller coaster ride for Alab Pilipinas. But despite the many ups and downs, the doubters and believers, he said that it does not matter how you start, but more on how you finish. Now it is a game of the underdogs for both Alab Pilipinas and Mono Vampire Basketball Club, defying odds and exceeding expectations. And for the 2 teams that are eager to come out on top in this Cinderella run, it will all boil down to who wants it more, who will go the extra mile for the grind, and which team will hustle till the very last second. Gentlemen, back to you.
Great points, Denise. Well, both teams had different paths in the playoffs, going to the finals. Mono had to face 2 of the best defensive teams in the league in Chongsun Kung Fu and Singapore. Alab, on the other hand, had to face 2 of the best offensive teams in Saigon and Hong Kong. In the meantime, ball tapped out of bounds. Ball will remain with Mono Vampire here with 14 seconds on their shot clock.
And so far, I like the activity that Deguara is showing on the floor. He's been active. He's been involved in almost every play here, up and down the floor, up and down the court.
And off the inbound, they go right away to Deguara. Almost losing the ball again. Takarong Pilay, tie for 3!
Takarong Pilay Chai hit that big 3-pointer in that 4th quarter, the closing minutes. So this guy can knock it down, especially from the corner.
How about the story of Takarong Pilay Chai stepping up, taking the scoring responsibility when that Tekwatiwa, one of their key local players, went down with that knee injury. Balkman on the follow, no good.
And for me, Martin, as long as Deguara is in that painted area, it's going to be very difficult for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to get good shots in front of the rim. But right now, Deguara is really gassed here in the first quarter.
14-6, foul on the fireball. Josh Urbistondo. First personal foul, second team foul on San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They go to Singletary. Brickman comes up with the ball. Singletary goes to Deguara. Single coverage here. Deguara called for the offensive foul.
And that's one of the difficulties when you're 7'4". The moment you make your turn, your elbow is right on that face area of Ronaldo Balkman. Ronaldo Balkman also doing a great job setting that call.
First personal foul on the big guy. Sam Deguara. 5.5 minutes remaining here. Mono Vampire again, a fast start. Avilona goes to the corner. Urbistondo fakes the three. They go back outside to Ronaldo. Lots of time to shoot for Alab Pilipinas here. Avilona goes to the pin and gets the floater to drop.
It's only the 4th point in the paint by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas so far. Mono Vampire outscoring them in the paint.
Zamar with a miss on the other end. Here comes Alab again. Looking to start a run. Urbistondo back to Balkman. And Balkman, no! Urbistondo on the follow. The fireball scores.
That's a great second effort there by Josh Urbistondo. Mono Vampire trying to do a great job getting back in transition, but Urbistondo just not giving up on the play.
4-0 run for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to cut the lead down to 4 points, and they get the steal. Browning with the hustle. Fireball to Parks. Parks, the Euro step, met by Singletary. Great defense by Mike. Here's Brickman on the move. 3-on-2, make that 4-on-2. As we get a whistle on the other side. That's going to be a foul on the local MVP, Bobby Ray Parks Jr.
This is going to be a much needed break here as the pace has been frenetic.
Almost 6 minutes gone here in the first. Mono Vampire up by 4 points. We'll be right back right here in your ABL. We resume our coverage here on SNA, right here in our ASEAN Basketball League. Ronaldo Balkman, you mentioned earlier, 39 points, 15 rebounds, 17, more than 50%, or shooting more than 50% from the field in that game number 1. And of course, that all-important basket to tie things up and force that game into overtime.
But this guy's effort is unquestionable, and for me, he was one of the leading candidates, actually co-defensive player of the year, and it affects the court or affects the game in both ends at both ends of the floor. You saw that the offensive putback plays great defense. He's matched up right now against Sam Deguara in the paint. So just doing it all for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Here's Singletary off the curl, or it's deflected rather. Here's Balkman on the move. They go to the corner, the fireball. Will pull it back out. Avilona open for 3. No good. Zamar gets the board. Zamar back to Singletary here. Almost loses the ball again. Deguara down the middle for the soap.
What an athletic move there by the 7'4" big man, catching it from about at the top of the key, taking 2 strides and then throwing it down.
6 points in the first period for Sam Deguara. Now you can see his damage on both ends off the floor. Ronaldo with a miss. Brickman on the move, post up for 3. Jason Brickman, no good.
You know, Martin, that's the right way to play Ronaldo Balkman. If you're Sam Deguara, just give him that 15-footer, but Justin Brownlee, that's a shot you cannot give Brownlee.
Justin Brownlee, that is his second basket off the game. First 3-pointer tonight. Brickman gets to the paint, lobs it up. Deguara just towering everyone for that rebound. Ronaldo gets the steal though. Here comes Alab. Brownlee attacks Singletary. Unable to make the basket, but he will head to the line for a foul called on Mike Singletary.
This is a great move there by Justin Brownlee to draw the foul. This is a terrific move there by Sam Deguara, showing athleticism for a big man.
No way you can stop that. Here's the move by Brownlee rather earlier. on Singletary.
But Coach Douglas Marty is going to have to give Deguara a break right now with 2:53 remaining in the first quarter. This guy is huffing and puffing.
Justin Brownlee was 6 out of 8 from the line last Sunday. Those 2 misses came off that crucial play, Marco. 15-16, Alab Pilipinas back in the game, only down by 1. They go to Deguara. Singletary drives left, loses the ball again. Urbistondo on the move, gives it off to Parks. Parks gets the bump. And the whistle there, Bobby Ray. Again, we'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Talked about how Mono Vampire had 20 turnovers in game 1. Right now, we're already with 5 turnovers here in the first quarter.
That move by Bobby Ray Parks Jr. getting the first personal foul on fellow Filipino, Paul Zamar. Oh, the beast in the building, Alvin Abueva.
Enjoying the fast-paced action. Talking about being one of the most athletic on the open floor.
Ray Parks again awarded earlier before the game. Back-to-back local MVPs for Bobby Ray Parks Jr. here in the ASEAN Basketball League. 1 out of 2 on that trip. Singletary, cross-court pass. Suton Siri called for the foul.
Surprising insertion here by Coach Douglas Marty. That's going to be number 36, Sorot Suton Siri.
Hasn't played a lot, also in the regular season.
Well, it looks like Chichayanati is not available or still suffering from that injury.
Singletary with the rebound, off the Parks miss. Here comes Zamar. Zamar, the hesitation on Domingo. Zamar, denied from behind by Domingo. Brownlee in transition, 2-on-1. Brownlee throws it down!
Another highlight reel finish there for Justin Brownlee. 9 points in the first quarter.
Timeout by Coach Douglas Marty. A complete turnaround here in the first. Alab up by 2. Justin Brownlee on your screens. I call him the miracle worker for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, doing literally everything for this team, or to get his team the W. Justin Brownlee just 1 assist shy of a triple-double in game number 1. He also tallied 2 steals and 1 block on 18 out of 29 shooting.
At 10 points in the overtime period as well. That was a game before his birthday. So extra motivated to really perform well. Really made up for that miss towards the end of the game by scoring 10 in the overtime period.
This was the flush earlier for Justin Brownlee, getting the crowd fired up. Again, we are here inside the Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex for game number 2 of the finals right here in the ASEAN Basketball League. Justin Brownlee missed out on what would have been the first triple-double in ABL finals history. So let's see if he can come up with that output tonight. Maboy Raimundo checking in for the first time for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. The surprise substitution for Coach Douglas Marty. Suton Siri kicks it out. Again, Singletary is denied. Brownlee on the move. Brownlee, another jam for Justin Brownlee. Brownie.
We talked about defense. It's going to be a key factor here in game 2. That time defense leading to another flush for Justin Brownlee.
It's a 4-point lead now for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Deguara, stolen away from behind by Raimundo.
Just a little too strong on the pass with Bobby Ray Parks. Raimundo getting a little too excited on that fast break. But another great defensive stop for Alab.
What a run here put up by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
But despite that, Martin, 10-0 run. Mono still down by just 4 points rather.
Jason Brickman gets the screen from Deguara. He kicks it out. Singletary with a fake. He goes to the corner. Klahan hesitates on the shot. Brickman back to Singletary, wide open from the corner, knocks it down.
And that's a tough 3-point shot there for Singletary. On his way, fading away.
Here's Brownlee with a counter, no good. Deguara goes for the rebound. Singletary 2-on-1. Mike draws the foul, and that's going to be on Bobby Ray. Two personals.
Yep, that's a good strong drive there from Singletary. So Mono Vampire with a quick 3-0 answer here. Singletary with a chance to make it a 5-0 answer.
This is the second throwdown by Justin Brownlee. Getting active early in this game. Mike Singletary with a counter 3-pointer on the other side. Singletary heads to the line for 2 shots. The Cebuano hot shot checks in for the first time as well for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Notice Coach Jimmy Alapag always inserting a shooter on the floor, always having about at least 2 shooters on the floor because Mono Vampire is packing the paint against Alab. That open shot, that 3-point shot has been open for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
They hit 8 in game number 1, 8 out of 21. Brownlee. Baldman covered now by Chantachon. Braukman kicks it out. Raimundo down the lane, no good. And Brickman will get the rebound in the last possession here in the first for Mono Vampire.
That was great recognition, just not able to connect was Baldman, but trying to post up Chantachon.
4 seconds to shoot. Oh, Brickman!
Just like that. Mono Vampire 8-0 answer. Wow. Back on top by 4 points at the end of the first quarter.
Strong finish for the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. 8-0 run to finish the first period as we see the highlights of our opening quarter. Jason Brickman does not make the shot. Deguara again making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. He scored 6 points in that first period, but Brownlee also coming alive with 11 points to lead away for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. And the locals also getting into the act for Coach Douglas Marty. Aperong Chai gets the 3 there, and this was the throwdown down the middle for Sam Deguara earlier. I think this was the first throwdown by Justin Brownlee in the first quarter. On his way again to 11 points. 3 rebounds and no dimes so far for Mr. Brownlee. And at the end of the first, an 8-0 run by Mono Vampire puts them up by 4 points, 24-20 after the first. Back for more action here inside Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. And when we return, it's going to be second quarter of this game. You guys are watching the finals of the ASEAN Basketball League. Back here in Santa Rosa, Laguna, inside, of course, the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex, a beautiful venue, hosting the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League here in the Philippines. And after the first, after 10 minutes of play, Mono Vampire back on top by 4 points. The first quarter was a game of runs. Marco, Alab Pilipinas was down 16-10. Then they launched a 10-0 run. But comes right, or Mono Vampire rather, answers right back with a 8-0 run of their own. Again, finishing that period up by 4 points.
And with the way Alab has been playing and the crowd getting into it, you would feel that Alab is up by a big margin. But contrary to that, they're down by 4 points. So Mono Vampire has shown us in that first quarter that they can score with the best of them. 7 turnovers for Mono. Alab only able to convert 5 points off those 7 turnovers. So they're going to have to do a better job converting on Mono's mistakes.
Mono, of course, the highest scoring team in the regular season, about 100 points per game. Chantachon, a wild shot for him. Here's Baltman.
Excellent defense there by Ronaldo Baltman. 4 shots from Chantachon.
They go to the corner. Ontiveros, no good. Brownlee picks it up. Raimundo, 2 dribbles in, back outside to Ontiveros for 3. Still no good. 0 out of 2 now for Ontiveros.
And you know, that's why I feel the ploy of Mono Vampire giving that 3-point shot to Alab Pilipinas has worked so far. Right now, they are 1 out of 6 from long distance.
Aubrey Parks Jr. on your screens. We have 2 personal fouls. And foul on the floor. That's going to be on Chanachon Klahan.
Only Justin Brownlee has connected from the outside for Alab Pilipinas. They were 8 out of 21 in game 1. So if you're Mono Vampire, that's going to be the lesser evil, forcing or allowing Alab to take those long bombs.
Ontiveros goes to Brownlee outside. Brownlee for 3. Way off that time.
You see Singletary not even going to challenge hard on that 3-point shot.
Oh, Singletary denied up top. Here's Klahan forcing the issue underneath. And that's going to be a foul on San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
You know, so far Klahan has given a good effort off the bench that time. Nice defense coming from Brownlee, but Klahan getting the 50-50 ball and then taking it strong against Domingo.
Klahan, of course, one of the veterans of this team. And again, Mono Vampire, despite turning the ball over a lot in the first quarter, they had 7 turnovers in that first. They were still able to get the 4-point lead, primarily because they've been shooting very well, being selective on their shots. Right now, they're shooting 42% compared to 26% by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
I remember they outscored Alab Pilipinas 32-26 in game 1. So definitely can hang and can shoot the lights out together with Alab. That's going to be an offensive foul on Ronaldo Baltman.
That's going to be the first personal foul on Ronaldo. Turnover number 4 on the white shirts. Sam Deguara and Paul Zamar back on the floor replacing Sunton Siri and Tirawat Chantachon. Oh, an error here by Mono. Ontiveros with a gift.
You know, going back to that substitution, Sunton Siri has been used by Coach Douglas Marty to defend both Balkman and Justin Brownlee. So just giving Alab's working boards a different look here in the first half.
Smart gamble there by Coach Douglas Marty. Singletary. He gets the ball back. Deguara on the second try. Deguara puts it in.
Justin Brownlee lucky not picking up a foul in that sequence.
Here's Brownlee, the bounce pass to Domingo. He is up against Chanachon Klahan. He goes to Baltman, who attacks Deguara, no good.
Another shot altered by Deguara.
Zamar for 3, in transition, no good. And Brownlee secures the board.
The referee is allowing both teams to play. It's been a lot of physicality in the first half.
Oh, what a steal there by Klahan. Brickman on the move, gets the whistle first. And the foul called on Pamboy Raimundo. So Brickman will head to the line for 2 shots.
That's going to be turnover number 3 for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Timeout on the floor. Mono up by 5, 27-22. Backdoor coverage here on your screens is Texas Tech product Mike Singletary. 42 points in game number 1, 10 rebounds and 6 dimes. Though he did not shoot the ball very well in that game, only 14 out of 33. He did make 10 out of 13 of his free throws.
He's really going to be counted upon by Mono Vampire to put the points on the board. Right now he's going to start, or he's going to be on the bench here with 7:15 left in the second quarter. So first taste of rest here for Mike Singletary.
Singletary already has 10 points in this game, having played almost 13 minutes on the floor. Jason Brickman at the free throw line right now.
Singletary averages about 38 minutes a game, so very little rest for him on a nightly basis.
And Brickman drains 2 free throws. Meantime, here is Denise Dinsai at courtside.
For tonight's game, first is their willingness to take risks. Defense, rebounds, and fast breaks have been the bread and butter for the men in orange, but having no time to set for plays is part of the game plan, taking strategic and calculated risks. Second is their responsibility and accountability, and that includes the players to show their diligence and urgency on the court, especially for Jason Brickman, who is versatile in both scoring and playmaking, and of course the towering Samuel Deguara. Now Coach Douglas Marty reminded the boys to keep a clear head, to lessen their turnovers and not get into foul trouble to prevent a repeat of the last game. Martin and Marco.
Right on cue, Denise. Jason Brickman heads to the line once again. Correction, he was 1 out of 2 in his first trip. And playoff Jay has just been a different beast in the ASEAN Basketball League playoffs, scoring more and assisting more as well.
He's just been scorching here in the playoffs of the ASEAN Basketball League as Balkman doing a good job attacking the body of Sam Deguara. That's the second time he's gone straight to the body of Sam Deguara, also on the previous possession.
Getting rewarded that time with a basket. Third field goal made for Ronaldo tonight. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 dimes for the co-defensive player of the year. Doesn't make the continuation though. Play continues. Apirong Pilay-Chai goes baseline. Goes for the reverse. Oh, Tarumpan. Apirong Pilay-Chai with a nice move.
One of the few times you've seen him penetrate and attack the basket hard, as another strong drive there by Ronaldo Balkman Deguara. Concerned about picking up another foul. Just backs off.
Yeah, gaining confidence here in the second quarter, Marco. A couple of baskets.
I like the mindset of Balkman. They're giving him the outside shot, so instead of taking it, just gets his momentum going. He takes it strong to the hole.
Paul Zamar with a crossover on Domingo. A nice fake and a veteran move by Paul Zamar. Fishes the foul on Lawrence Domingo.
Coach Jimmy Alapag, meantime, has used Domingo to defend both Brickman and now Paul Zamar. That's just a smart play there by Zamar, getting Domingo up in the air and drawing the contact.
Paul Zamar hasn't scored so far. 0 out of 3 from the field. And Pau Havilona will come in for Lawrence Domingo for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Zamar, a breakout game last Sunday, 25 points for Mono Vampire. And you see his father, Coach Boise Zamar, again in attendance here in Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex.
Coach Boise Zamar, proud father, Paul Zamar.
And his scoring has been down in the playoffs, only 13.5 points per game. But he's picked it up here in the finals. Balkman attacks again. This time no good. Aperong Chai on the move. Zamar, the pull-up floater. It's off. Parks with the board. Out that pass. Balkman 2-on-1. And he will wait for his teammates.
You see how far the Kuala is. He's right inside that hash mark.
Alabanza from mid-range knocks it down.
That's a big lift there for Coach Jimmy Alapag. If guys like Alabanza, Domingo can provide some scoring off the bench.
Alab Pilipinas with a counter run here, only down by 4 again. Darongpan from straight away, knocks it down. Second triple of the night for Darongpan Aperong Chai.
That's 5 straight points for Aperong Chai.
Balkman, Havilona, off the spin, Havilona gets fouled.
And Avilon also using a veteran move to pick up that foul against Paul Zamar.
Foul on number 8, Paul Zamar.
That's gonna be
Second personal foul, third defense.
on Mono's Heritage Import. Paul Zamar, here's that move, nice spin by Pao Havilona, able to draw the contact on Paul Zamar. Havilona back to the line here for 2 shots. He had 8 points. And Major Payne in the building, Eric Menk.
Also enjoying the action. Pao Havilona and Pamboy Raimundo got a lot of confidence when Josh Urbistondo got injured in that game against the Saigon Heat. Afterwards, they got heavy minutes from Coach Jimmy Alapag, showed them a lot of trust. And he has repaid they have repaid Alab Pilipinas with some great performances.
Pushing foul on number 6, JR.
In the meantime, pushing foul called on JR Alabanza underneath against Paul Zamar. So the fireball, Josh Urbistondo will check in for the 6'6" JR Alabanza. So on the floor right now for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, you have Urbistondo, Havilona, Parks, Balkman, and Justin Brownlee. Paul Zamar again, second trip to the free throw line. (38-32) for Mono Vampire.
Again, we mentioned how Coach Jimmy Alapag has kept 2 shooters at least on the floor to complement Balkman and Brownlee, as well as Bobby Ray Parks.
Right now he is back to that Urbistondo and Havilona setup.
Balkman is out there all alone in the 3-point area.
Balkman, again they force him to that mid-range J, but he makes them pay!
So far, Balkman has responded to the defense that they've thrown at him.
34-39. Chance of defense inside Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Silenced though by Jason Brickman.
Jade Brick 5 has stepped up here in the finals.
Havilona with a counter too strong. And Alab still struggling from the outside.
And you know, a lot of the Mono fans may argue as Aperong Chai hits another layup there. So 7 points in the quarter for Aperong Chai. Mono fans may argue that if Brickman had not gone down the cramps, might have been a different story with 2:40 left in regulation last game.
But they are in a better position here in the first half. Havilona, the mid-range J is good to counter the run and to break the dry spell for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. 3:40 remaining. Brickman tries again and goes for the reverse. Jason Brickman.
Another basket for Brickman. That's really taken a lot out of him here in the first half.
Balkman, cannot put it in. Battle for the rebound. And that's last touch on Mono Vampire. Darongpan Aperong Chai went for the save. Panel on the floor. The lead has ballooned to 10 for the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. Playoff J on your screen. Jason Brickman again did not play the last part of that game. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 14 dimes for Jason Brickman.
After that, 5 steals as well. Played 38 minutes, close to 39 minutes.
Wow.
Before falling to cramps, or actually played some more in the overtime period, but was not effective anymore as he really did not have his burst of speed after falling to cramps with 2:48 remaining in regulation.
That was crucial for Mono Vampire. But tonight, 11-3-3 so far, at least here in the first half for Jason Brickman. It's a 10-point lead for Mono Vampire, showing us why they are the highest scoring team in the league, at least in our regular season.
It's really a different story when Brickman is not on the floor. Forces Paul Zamar to play the point guard spot as Bobby Ray Parks hits that corner triple.
That's the offense that's been missing from San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Ray Parks comes in, scores the 3 right away. Oh, let's see what the call will be here. They're telling it's last touch by Justin Brownlee, so Mono will retain possession. 46-39. 3:06 remaining here. Zamar setting the table now for Mono. Zamar off the handoff. Zamar cannot put it in. Great defense by Parks. Oh, Brickman gets the steal though. Brickman all the way.
That's about a 4-point swing right there. Turnover as they make their way to their front court. Brickman answers right back with a layup.
Mono Vampire back on top by 9. Balkman attacks Deguara and puts it in.
And again, attacking the body of Sam Deguara.
Singletary. Zamar, bounce pass, nice play. And Singletary with a finish.
A lot of scrambling on the defensive end for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, leaving Singletary wide open inside.
Back and forth we go. Brownlee drives to his left, stolen away again.
That's great help defense there by Apiron Vilaychay, almost getting the steal. But Paul Zamar forcing the jump ball.
Almost a steal there for Mono Vampire. Here's the attack earlier. Difficult shot for Ronaldo Balkman. Again, attacking the defense off Deguara, hoping to fish a foul somehow. But that's going to be a turnover for Alab.
Now is Brickman forcing that wayward pass coming from Ronaldo Balkman.
7th of the game for Alab Pilipinas.
Don't look now, Mono Vampire has actually outscored Alab in both first quarter and the second quarter. Right now it's a 26-21 quarter.
Last 2 minutes of the first. Havilona comes up with it. Great sneaky move for Havilona. Urbistondo guarded by Singletary here.
One big difference here in the second quarter, or in this game too, is that Mono has done a better job getting back in transition.
The up and under does not go for Ronaldo Balkman, but ball will remain with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas with a fresh 14 to shoot.
San Miguel Alab Pilipinas has only scored 7 points on the break here in the first half.
A minute and a half remaining. Urbistondo will get it in. He goes to Brownlee, back to Urbistondo for 3, in and out.
That's another sorry miss there for Josh Urbistondo. But if you give him enough looks, he's bound to make those shots.
Brickman, double team. He goes to the corner. Apiron Vilaychay gets it to Deguara. Covered by Balkman. Back outside. Apiron Vilaychay, no good on the 3. And Parks gets the rebound. And the foul on Sam Deguara. That's going to be his 3rd.
That's a big call right there. So that's going to put him in the same position he was in last game with 3 fouls in the first half. Coach Douglas Martin immediately sending in Tirawan Chanpachon.
And you mentioned When the Kuala exited that game, it completely changed the complexion for Mono Vampire. Kirawat Chantachon.
You know what hurts more is that was not really a good foul there because he did not have much chance of getting that ball against 2 or 3 Alab rebounders.
Oh, what a crossover. Havilona though loses the ball. Singletary on the move. Apiron Vilay Chai denied by Brownlee. Havilona back the other way. Parks off the glass and in. Bobby Ray Parks Jr.
Alab trying to make a run here to close out the second quarter. Lead is down to 7.
41 seconds remaining in the first half. Vampire still on top. Ray Parks Jr. fulfilling his role as the third scoring option of this team. 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 dimes for, again, the back-to-back local MVP of the ASEAN Basketball League.
Was doing pretty much everything there. Here's Bobby Ray Parks, and he really picked up his game, especially when Balkman and Brownlee made their entrance here with Miguel Alab Pilipinas after 4 games. Bobby Ray Parks' game just thrived, especially getting some mentoring coming from these 2 winners in Brownlee and Balkman.
And how about the three-point shooting of Bobby Ray Parks Jr.? It's vastly improved this season. That's another added weapon for Coach Jimmy Alapag and San Miguel Alab Pilipinas as the fans, again, continuing to enjoy the action inside the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex. Under a minute remaining in the first half, it is a 7-point lead for the visiting squad. What a bounce pass, Singletary with a finish.
That's just a pinpoint pass there coming from Brickman, and the eye contact between him and Singletary, just amazing.
But the momentum breaker on the other end for Bobby Ray Parks Jr. as he gets the foul on Darumpan Apiron Vilay Chai. Here's the pass. Wow, threading the needle, finding Mike Singletary rather inside. And on the other end was Bobby Ray Parks, who immediately attacked the defense of Mono.
And the luxury of Alab is that they have 3 guys, namely Parks, Brownlee, and Ronaldo Balkman, who are so dangerous on the open floor.
So their mayor, Dan Fernandez, again, watching and enjoying game number 2. Pamboy Raimundo will check in for Bobby Ray with 21 seconds remaining.
3-point guard set up here for their last defensive possession. Talking about San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Chantachon with a catch. Great pressure by Alab. Brickman breaks the press, and they will settle down here. Lots of time to get a shot off for Mono Vampire. Brickman against Havilona. 7 seconds to shoot. Brickman through traffic. Gets it to Chantachon. Oh, but deflected by Pau Havilona with 2.2 seconds remaining.
That's great recovery there for Paulo Havilona, but you see the basketball IQ of Brickman. Had the initial screen, saw that there was still a lot of time remaining, pulls it back out, and then gets another screen. Now they have 2.2 seconds. And Alab is not going to have a shot on their end of the floor. That's great clock management from Brickman.
That's a miss for Tirawat Chantachon as time will expire. It's the end of the first half. Let's take a look at the highlights here. Deguara entered the game again with those 2 personal fouls and scored a basket there. That was his only basket in the second period. 8 points as he went out again with those 3 personal fouls. But how big was Darumpan Apiron Vilay Chai for the starting unit of Coach Douglas Marty? 12 points in the first half to pace Mono Vampire. 3 players in double figures for them. This was the 5-point swing for him. For Alab Pilipinas, Ever since the return of Robert Edwards Jr., they've been a faster team. Pushing. That was one of the baskets off the reigning local MVP, Michael Singletary again, carrying the scoring load for Mono Vampire on his way to a 14-point first half and a 7-point lead for the visiting Mono Vampire of Thailand. When we return, halftime stats and analysis of this game. This is the finals of the ASEAN Basketball League live on SNA.
Kung sino mo makashoot sa kanila ay tatanggap ng dalawang round trip tickets mula sa AirAsia to any destination. Of course, again, ang makashoot po sa kanila ay tatanggap ng
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cheska Litton. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight at the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex. And of course, this is the ASEAN Basketball League Finals Game 2 between the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas versus Thailand's Mono Vampire, with San Miguel Alab taking Game 1 of the 5-game series. And of course, as you guys all know, the ASEAN Basketball League is the first and only regional men's professional basketball league in Asia. It was originally launched in 2009 with teams based only in Southeast Asia competing. The league then expanded in 2016 to include Hong Kong and Taiwan. And for the 2017-2018 season, the ABL now has 9 teams from China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam. The ABL is far from done because it is looking to grow basketball all across the Southeast Asia and East Asia regions. And the ABL also has a wide population reach of approximately 660 million in Southeast Asia and East Asia. And I think you guys can attest to this because the ABL now has an increasingly passionate home crowd for ABL teams, with close to 20,000 total attendance during the ABL finals. And of course, we would like to take advantage of this opportunity to acknowledge notable members of the ABL family for their invaluable contributions for the growth of the league and the development of basketball in the region. We are giving out several awards tonight. First, the Heritage Import MVP. We have the World Import MVP, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Local MVP. And to present the awards, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ASEAN Basketball League's Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Jericho Ilagan. For our first award, the Heritage Import MVP. From Chongsan Kung Fu Basketball Club, Mike McKinney. Mike is unable to join us today because he went back to the US. On behalf of Mike, General Manager Lucas Peng is receiving the award. After starring at Sacramento State University and several stints in the NBA G League, Mike McKinney joined Chongsan Kung Fu Basketball Club, where he was a key part of leading them to the best record in the league. McKinney is of Filipino heritage and is also the first non-world import rather, to average at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists for the whole season, 22.2 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists per game, and 2.2 steals per game. Thank you, sir. And for our next award, the World Import MVP. Also from Cheongsan Kung Fu Basketball Club, Anthony Tucker. Anthony is also unable to join us because he went back to the US as well. General Manager Lucas Peng will also be receiving the award. Anthony Tucker is the first player in ASEAN Basketball League history to record back-to-back triple-doubles playing for Cheongsan Kung Fu Basketball Club. He also set the record for the most three-point shots made in a single season, averaging 22.7 points per game, 8.3 rebounds, 7.8 assists, third overall in the league, and 1.6 steals. Thank you once again, sir. Our next award is Coach of the Year. Once again from Cheongsan Kung Fu Basketball Club, our Coach of the Year, Charles Dubé Ray. Coach Charles led his team to perfect home records, the first team to do so since the inaugural 2009-2010 season. Cheongsan Kung Fu had the best record in this ASEAN Basketball League season. Congratulations, Coach. And now, for the first time in ABL history, we have two Defensive Players of the Year. Our first Defensive Player of the Year from the Singapore Slingers, Chris Charles. Chris Charles is a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's been in the league for 5 years. He's led the league in blocks per game in 3 separate seasons and leads this year as well, averaging 1.1 steals per game and 2.9 blocks per game, first overall in the league. And for our co-Defensive Player of the Year, once again, this is ABL history. First time in ABL history that we have two Defensive Players of the Year. Can I have the drum roll, please? From San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, Ronaldo Balkan. Ronaldo Bachman is a former NBA player drafted with the 20th pick in the first round. He led Alab Pilipinas with the most blocks and rebounds per game, 2.2 steals per game, 5th overall, and 1.9 blocks per game, 4th overall in the league. Congratulations, Chris, and congratulations, Ronaldo. And for our final award of the night, we have our local MVP. From San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, Bobby Ray Parks Jr. This is his second consecutive year receiving the award, the second player to do so in league history. Ray Parks recorded the highest points by a local player in the finals this season with 27. He's averaged 15.2 points, first among locals, 4.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, second among locals, and 1.1 steals per game, third among locals. Congratulations. May I once again call on all our awardees for a final photo op at center stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for our Heritage Import MVP, World Import MVP, Coach of the Year, Defensive Players of the Year, and Local MVP.
We welcome you back to our coverage here. Game number 2 of the finals right here in your ASEAN Basketball League live on SNA. And start of the second half between San Miguel Alab Pilipinas and Mono Vampire Basketball Club. The visiting squad with a 7-point lead.
Make that 9 with that basket by Sam Deguara.
And again, first play of the third quarter, immediately Deguara in the post. Triple team by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, but nice recovery for the big man.
And that's been one of the stories tonight. Alab Pilipinas unable to take control of the painted area, but the fireball knocks down the 3.
Again, you give Urbistondo enough of those open looks, he's going to knock them down. Just the third three-pointer though for Alab Pilipinas.
That's a good way to find your rhythm here if you're Josh Urbistondo.
Prior to that, Alab Pilipinas was 2 out of 11. Or 2 out of 11 from the field, from the long distance.
But Brownlee, though, does not make the shot. Here comes Mono Vampire. Was made 6 3-pointers in this game. Singletary scores inside.
And another basket in the paint for Mono Vampire. They had 24 points in the paint, equaling San Miguel Alab Pilipinas in the first half. Remember, it was plus 26 for Alab in game 1.
Now they're up 28-24 in the painted area. Talking about Mono. Bounce pass to Balkman off the glass.
That's a nice bounce pass there coming from Urbistondo.
And difficult shot as well, as he had to put it up over the 7'5" Sam Deguara. And last touch on Mono Vampires. So a turnover here gives the ball to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Here's that bounce pass once again. Good recognition and good draw of the defense of Deguara by Urbistondo.
Ronaldo Balkman with 14 points. Raimundo drives, again altered, or his shot was altered by the presence of Deguara. Rickman stops, settles down, and will set the table now for Mono. He gets the Deguara screen. Aperon Chai goes in. Deguara off the window.
And again, Deguara has done a great job of receiving the ball in his comfort zone. That time again, inside that painted area, easy turn and shoot.
4 out of the 6 points of Mono Vampire off Sam Deguara. Urbistondo knocks down another 3.
And not the guy that you want to get heated up here if you're Mono Vampire. That's back-to-back threes from the fireball.
Rickman. Singletary. Again, they go inside. Deguara cannot put it in. And that's going to be a whistle against Ronaldo Balkman.
Deguara was right under the basket, just did not get enough lift on that dunk attempt.
Just too deep, I guess, but he got the ball back and able to get the foul, the third personal on Ronaldo Balkman. Deguara again, forcing his way inside, unable to get it to drop, but he is right there for the follow.
And as long as he does not pick up an offensive foul, he's almost impossible to stop single coverage.
Back to 7 here for Mono. Urbistondo, he's been the hot man for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. They go back outside to Parks, inside to Balkman. He falls down. Brownlee to Urbistondo for 3, too strong, and Balkman taps it to Bobby Ray. And ball tapped from behind by Darongpan Aperon Vilaychay.
So far, Mono has played excellent defense here in the third quarter, really just collapsing the paint, allowing San Miguel Alab Pilipinas to take those outside shots.
And Ronaldo Balkman with some words to Aperon Vilaychay.
Aperon Vilaychay is notorious for trying to get under the skin of opposing players. But what this defense has done, Martin, is that it has allowed Deguara to stay in the paint, stay in his comfort zone, not get him scrambling. And usually when he is scrambling, he's trying to catch up on the help side. That's where he picks up those fouls.
You see Deguara almost in every defensive possession for Mono, always parked in the paint.
That's why in that first game, he played just 19 minutes. Right now, he played 16 minutes already in the first half alone. He was able to score 8 points and get 10 rebounds.
San Miguel Alab Pilipinas down by 7. 3.5 minutes gone in the third. Great ball movement for Alab. Parks too strong on the 3. Let's go to Denise Tinsay for her report. Denise?
It's been a long time since the Philippines have won the championship in the ASEAN Basketball League, but now that Alab Pilipinas is close to fulfilling that dream, it only adds the motivation for them. Now with Ronaldo Balkman and Justin Brownlee taking the lead, and the rest of the team is definitely willing to work, Coach Jimmy is telling the boys to take charge and to constantly have that mindset of pursuing the ball. If it didn't go in the first time, keep trying. He also said to be more active in their second chance points and offensive rebounds. Don't allow the Mono Vampire Basketball Club to limit you to outside points, but be relentless in your pursuit instead. Martin and Marco?
And again, you're right on cue, Denise.
Yep.
San Miguel Alab Pilipinas getting another basket off the offensive rebound. But right back action, says Sam De Guara.
De Guara just getting it inside the hash mark. Quick turn and dunk. And Bogman does not want to give up his fourth personal here in the third quarter.
5.5 minutes remaining. Bogman stops, kicks it out. Brownlee for three, too strong. And Bogman hustles for the rebound, stolen away by Abiron Milaychay. Singletary all alone for the jam.
That's another miss there, and another turnover here for Alab.
Zamar called for the offensive foul. A lucky break for Alab Pilipinas.
Quickly admits that great defense there by Pamboy Raimundo moving his feet. But here's that fast break from Singletary off the miss from a long attempt of Alab.
And right after they turned the ball over again. Talking about San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Bogman attacks and scores.
That's what he has to do. He has to continue attacking the body of San De Guara.
But they gotta get the stop here. De Guara in the paint. Turnover. But Alab could not maintain possession. De Guara.
That's almost unstoppable there by De Guara. Nice push shot there in the lane.
And again, the turnovers have been costly here in the third quarter for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas as Raimundo fires the three. That rolls out. Brown with the offensive rebound. Urbistondo sets his feet. He scores!
Another three-point attempt from Josh Urbistondo. This might be the breakout game Alab needs from Urbistondo.
Brickman tries to counter short. De Guara with the board. He gets it to Darongpan Abiron Milaychay. Oh, the gimme is no good. Alab Pilipinas on the run. Urbistondo in transition. Knocks it down!
The fireball cuts it down to a three-point deficit.
Timeout for Coach Douglas Murdy and Mono Vampire 63-66. On your screens, Josh Urbistondo,
and he is called the fireball for a reason. 4 triples for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas here in the third quarter to pace the team with 14 points.
That is a shot that Mono has been giving San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, and Josh Urbistondo in his breakout game after that injury, responding big here in game 2 of the finals. So that's going to make Coach Douglas Marty rethink his defensive ploy.
Yep.
And that has gotten this crowd into this game.
Been out of rhythm in the last few games for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas,
And what a time for him to come alive. Marks with a rejection. And ball is gonna go back to San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
And we talked about how defense is going to be key here for Alab. They've limited Mono Vampire to just 14 points here in the third quarter, while they themselves have scored 18. Make that 20 points plus the chance to go to 21.
The foul and the finish for Reynaldo Bogman as the crowd goes wild here in Santa Rosa.
And immediately with De Guara on the bench, Bogman sees red and attacks the basket.
Reynaldo with a chance to tie for Alab. And he does. Shot it under 60% in the regular season at the free throw line. Since then, he stepped it up here in the playoffs, over 70% shooting. Klahan inside. Klahan takes the contact, and that's going to be a foul on Justin Brownlee.
But Brownlee cannot believe it because it was a call made by the baseline referee. That was a nice up fake there from Klahan. Another entry pass into the paint.
Chanachon Klahan.
Good call by the referee.
Again, he's inserted by Coach Douglas Marty for some toughness on the defensive end. So far, he's also been aggressive offensively as he knocks down the free throw there.
Crucial stretch here for Mono with 3:24 remaining in the third quarter. Remember, we talked all season long how Alab has been big in third quarters.
Halftime adjustment working perfectly here for Coach Jimmy Alapag.
Now it's Singletary picking up Brownlee. There's a switch.
Against the smaller Brickman now. BNB connection. Balkman attacks Chantachon. Back to Brownlee. From the corner. Gets it through.
Second three-pointer of the game for Justin Brownlee.
Oh, and the denial on the other end. Here comes Alab Pilipinas. Up by 1 point. Brownlee. Back to Balkman. Balkman attacks and doesn't score with the left hand. Ahead to Zamar here, all alone for the lay-in. Paul Zamar.
That's a quick answer there by the Vampires.
Domingo all the way, no good. Zamar for three. Oh, Zamar knocks it down.
And what an answer there by Mono Vampire. 5 quick points from Paul Zamar, and they're back up by 4.
And the answer has always been there for Mono Vampire this evening. Countering every Alab Pilipinas run. Ronaldo attacks Singletary off the glass and in.
Nice big-to-big screen, big-to-big handoff rather, by the two world imports of Alab.
2 minutes remaining in the third. We have a 2-point game. Brickman against Urbistondo. Brickman. Oh, pass deflected and stolen away by Alab.
And that's why he's one of your defensive players of the year. Just quick hands from Bachman.
Here's Ronaldo with the ball. He goes to Parks at the post. Guarded by the smaller Jason Brickman. Parks backs down, spins, and gets the foul. That's going to be on Chanachon Klahan.
That defense was just a split second late there from Klahan. Probably if he had both hands up in the air.
See that again. Great move for Bobby Ray.
There's a slight grab on Ray's right arm.
Parks knocks down his first. He has upped his scoring here in the playoffs as well, from 13.5 to 15.5.
And against Mono Vampire this season, Bobby Ray Parks is averaging 18.7 points per game.
That's above his scoring average as well. So back in the lead. Or no, we are tied at 73 apiece. 1 minute and 23 remaining. Brickman drives left, bounce pass to Chantachon, counts the basket and the foul.
And Jason Brickman getting into the heart of the defense, and the last second bounce pass to Chantachon.
That bounce pass by Jason Brickman, and Chantachon again able to finish it. A reliable big man for Coach Douglas Marty.
And Alab has to do a better job defending that ball screen for Jason Brickman. He has really gotten into the paint.
Oh, unable to make the free throw, but Lawrence Domingo could not hang on to the basketball.
Coach Jimmy Alab is going to send Paulo Javelona back into the game for more perimeter defense. And Sam Deguara is going to check back in and try to stabilize the interior defense of Mono.
2-point game. Again, immediately they go to Deguara, but this time it's well read by Paltman. But he turns the ball over on the other side. Zamar on the move, foul from behind. And I believe that's going to be on Justin Brownlee.
Coach Douglas Marty asking for an unsportsmanlike because of the grab on the arm of Zamar. Just a Judy foul there.
To play for the basketball, Justin Brownlee only his second personal foul in the game. At Alab Pilipinas, one foul away from penalty situation. A couple of bigs off the bench here for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Domingo and Alabanza in the last minute and 3 seconds of the third.
They're going to give Brownlee a blow on the bench, as he has played major minutes here for Alab.
Zamar, again they go to Deguara, double teamed.
That's going to be a foul on J.R. Alabanza, leaning into Deguara.
So Alab Pilipinas, now they're in penalty situation.
That's going to be 2 free throws for Deguara.
Samuel Deguara, a good free throw shooter for a guy his size. Averages about 66% from the line. A Maltese big man knocks down the first.
You see the athletic trainer, Coach Chapi Calianta.
Attending on Justin Brownlee.
Looks like there's an issue with his right hamstring or his right leg. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
2 out of 2 for Sam Deguara. Mono back on top by 4. Ray Parks to Bogman. Bogman with the left hand. Doesn't work on Deguara. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Zamar zigzags his way. And Zamar again gets the foul on J.R. Alabanza.
Paul Zamar just trying to be aggressive that time. A little bit out of control, but was able to pick up the foul from Alabanza. He's going to find his way to make buckets from the line.
And Paul Zamar, again, Mono successful in breaking the run of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Able to grab the lead again. One out of 2 for Paul. Don Ontiveros will check in for J.R. Alabanza. 36 seconds remaining. Ray sends it to the corner. Ontiveros fires short. Klahan gets the long rebound.
And Mono will wisely set it up.
About 2 seconds difference between the 2 clocks. Zamar calls out the play. Crossover on Ontiveros. Oh, he drops him. Zamar kicks it out. Klahan fakes the 3, moves closer. Klahan, no good. A second remaining. Bachman will take the shot from half court. It doesn't work. And after 3 quarters of play, it's the Mono Vampire Basketball Club on top by 5 points, 78-73, despite the great effort, Marco, of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Well, as you mentioned earlier in the quarter, Mono Vampire has seemed to have the answer for every run that Alab has thrown their way. And Alab outscoring them by just 2 points here, trimming the deficit. It was 7 at the half, now it's down to 5. Mono holding strong.
One of the reasons why is because of that guy, well, before this play at least, Josh Urbistondo nailing 4 triples in the third quarter for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, 78-73. We're in for another great one here in Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Back for 4th quarter action right here in the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League. Ronaldo attacks Singletary off the glass and in.
Nice big-to-big screen, big-to-big handoff rather, by the two world imports of Alab.
2 minutes remaining in the third. We have a 2-point game. Brickman against Urbistondo. Brickman. Oh, pass deflected and stolen away by Alab.
And that's why he's one of your defensive players of the year. Just quick hands from Bachman.
Here's Ronaldo with the ball. He goes to Parks at the post. Guarded by the smaller Jason Brickman. Parks backs down, spins. And gets the foul. That's going to be on Chanachon Klahan.
Defense was just a split second lead there from Klahan. Probably he had both hands up in the air.
See that again. Great move for Bobby Ray.
There's a slight grab on Ray's right arm.
Parks knocks down his first. He has upped his scoring here in the playoffs as well, from 13.5 to 15.5.
And against Mono Vampire this season, Bobby Ray Parks is averaging 18.7 points per game.
That's above his scoring average as well. So back in the lead. Or no, we are tied at 73 apiece. A minute and 23 remaining. Brickman drives left, bounce pass to Chantanchon, count the basket and the foul.
And Jason Brickman getting into the heart of the defense at the last second bounce pass to Chantanchon.
That bounce pass by Jason Brickman and Chantanchon again, able to finish it. A reliable big man for Coach Douglas Marty.
Alab has to do a better job defending that ball screen for Jason Brickman. He has really gotten into the paint.
Unable to make the free throw, but Lawrence Domingo could not hang on to the basketball.
Coach Jimmy Alapag is going to send Paulo Javilona back into the game for more perimeter defense. And Sam Deguara is going to check back in. Try to stabilize the interior defense of Mono.
2-point game. Again, immediately they go to Deguara, but this time it's well read by Paltman. But he turns the ball over on the other side. Zamar on the move, foul from behind. And I believe that's going to be on Justin Brownlee.
Coach Douglas Marty asking for an unsportsmanlike because of the grab on the arm of Zamar. Just a Judy foul there.
So play for the basketball. Justin Brownlee only his second personal foul in the game. At Alab Pilipinas, one foul away from penalty situation. A couple of bigs off the bench here for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Domingo and Alabanza in the last minute and 3 seconds of the third.
They're going to give Brownlee a blow on the bench. As he has played major minutes here for Alab.
Zamar, again they go to Deguara, double teamed.
That's going to be a foul on JR Alabanza. Leaning into Deguara.
So Alab Pilipinas, now they're in penalty situation.
Free throws for Deguara.
Samuel Deguara, a good free throw shooter for a guy his size. Averages about 66% from the line. A Maltese big man knocks down the first.
You see the cutting trainer, Coach Chapi Calianda.
Tending on Justin Brownlee.
Looks like there's an issue with his right hamstring or his right leg. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
2 out of 2 for Sam Deguara. Mono back on top by 4. Ray Parks to Bogman. Bogman with the left hand. Doesn't work on Deguara. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Zamar zigzags his way. And Zamar again gets the foul on J.R. Alabanza.
Paul Zamar just trying to be aggressive that time. A little bit out of control, but was able to pick up the foul from Alabanza. He's going to find his way, make buckets from the line.
And Paul Zamar, again, Mono successful in breaking the run of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Able to grab the lead again. One out of two for Paul. London Ontiveros will check in for J.R. Alabanza. 36 seconds remaining. Ray sends it to the corner. Ontiveros fires short. Klahan gets the long rebound.
Mono will wisely set it up.
About 2 seconds difference between the two clocks. Zamar calls out the play. Crossover on Ontiveros. Oh, he drops him. Zamar kicks it out. Klahan fakes the three, moves closer. Klahan, no good. A second remaining. Bachman will take the shot from half court. It doesn't work. And after 3/4 of play, it's the Mono Vampire Basketball Club on top by 5 points, 78-73, despite the great effort, Marco, of San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Well, as you mentioned earlier in the quarter, Mono Vampire has seemed to have the answer for every run that Alab has thrown their way. Alab outscoring them by just 2 points here, trimming the deficit. It was 7 at the half, now it's down to 5. Mono holding strong.
One of the reasons why is because of that guy, well, before this play at least, Josh Urbistondo nailing 4 triples in the third quarter for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, 78-73. We're in for another great one here in Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Back for fourth quarter action right here in the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League. Back to our beautiful venue right here in Santa Rosa, Laguna. Again, the home of the finals here in the Philippines, at least, the Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex, as we continue our coverage of the finals right here in your ASEAN Basketball League. And after 3/4 of play, Mono Vampire holding on to that 5-point lead. A great finish to the third quarter enabled them to again take back the lead.
San Miguel Alab Pilipinas will try to rely on a strong finishing kick, just like what they did in overtime last game. See the scoring by quarters. Alab outscoring Mono just by 2 points in that third quarter.
And Aldo Bachman starts it off with a basket there, off the window. And again, challenging Deguara inside.
Bachman again looking over to the referee, asking for a foul on Deguara.
Another high-scoring affair here. Paul Zamar, guarded by Avilona, shoots the three.
Tough shot there for Paul Zamar. Deguara had position against Bachman in the post.
Parks to Bachman. Ontiveros, this time from mid-range, too strong.
This has not found his range here, has done to Ontiveros.
1 out of 5 now from the field. Brickman, Singletary sees Clown inside. Oh! Denied from behind, but they call the foul on Pau Havilona.
You see the havoc Brickman creates when he enters that shaded area, causes the defense to scramble. You see the stats there of Deguara, 20 points, 17 rebounds, and the key is that he's been able to stay out of picking his 4th personal foul here in the second half.
He's already played 5 more minutes here, and we still have 9:05 remaining here in the 4th as Klahan misses the first free throw.
And it's no surprise, Martin, that Mono has been able to hold the fort against Alab because Deguara has been able to stay out of foul trouble.
Klahan makes the second. Minute gone. The deciding quarter in this one. Bobby Ray stops. Gives it off to Bogman. Bogman denied by Deguara. And that's going to be a personal on Big Sam.
You have to give Bogman enough credit for his persistence. He's attacked Deguara multiple times, trying to pick up that 4th personal foul. Finally successful there as Deguara went for the block, got a piece of the arm.
And trying a lot. Attacking Deguara. 4 personal fouls on Sam, and that forces Coach Douglas Marty to insert Tirawat Chantachon early here in the 4th.
The big question here for Coach Douglas Marty is how long you keep Deguara on the bench. That will depend on how well Chantachon holds the fort inside.
And this opens things up for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas offensively at least. Bogman drains the first. Ronaldo is now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight.
I expect Bogman to be more aggressive here in the 4th quarter without Big Sam on the floor.
Bogman again knocks down the second. Down to a 2-point lead for Mono. Brickman against Avilona. Brickman behind the back dribble. He gets it to Singletary, who is guarded by Domingo, now by Bogman. Singletary attacks, spins, gives it off to Chantachon, and the mid-range goes for Tirawat.
That's a big shot there for Chantachon, if only to get his confidence going in this game.
Ray Parks, with 14 seconds to work with, he fires the 3 and knocks it down.
What a time for Alab Pilipinas to start connecting on their outside shots.
And that's right in the face of Mike Singletary as well. Singletary will try to counter. It's off. Domingo with a rebound. Alab with a chance to take the lead. Under 8 remaining in the 4th. Ronaldo. Orbistondo fires. It's off. Domingo right there to clean up the mess.
That's his calling card. Offensive rebounds and putbacks. Lawrence Domingo making the difference, giving Alab the lead.
Timeout on the floor. Alab back on top by 1. Back inside the Santa Rosa multi-purpose complex. The fans again probably enjoying more now with San Miguel Alab Pilipinas back on top by a point, 82-81. And Marco, earlier in that play, we saw a glaring downside with Deguara on the bench for Mono Vampire. Lawrence Domingo was all alone to get that offensive rebound for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
That's correct, because your defense, specifically Chantachon, focused on defending against Bogman. Nobody there to box out Lawrence Domingo, and we all know that is the specialty of Lawrence Domingo, to grab those 50-50 balls, those offensive rebounds, get those putbacks. That's where he makes his living. Coach Douglas Marty risking it now. He's reinserting Sam Deguara in the game.
7:40 remaining in the fourth. Deguara back on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Zamar, the hesitation on Havilona. Zamar, the floater. Foul on Havilona.
Zamar recognizes that this is a time for him to be aggressive, get points in whatever way he can, just to try to complement the output of Deguara, Singletary, and Brickman.
Zamar has struggled from the field tonight, only 2 out of 8. But doing better at the free throw line, now 4 out of 5, as you see there. 7-5, Sam Deguara. Amboy Raimundo checking in now for Pau Havilona. Amboy was big in that fourth period and overtime for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
Coach Jimmy Alapag has done a great job shuffling his guards. You know, Amboy Raimundo will not hesitate to take that shot, as Baldman will also not hesitate to attack.
On a move
Mono
there.
Vampire interior defense.
Now let's go to Denise Densai for her report. Go ahead, Denise.
Power, purpose, presence. Alab Pilipinas must make a statement with their presence on the court and be better in their transitions. With the clock ticking, there's no better time for Alab to set into play their offensive sets and be more disciplined in their performance. Coach Jimmy wants the boys to not be too rash with their shots, but to actually find the balance between power and purpose instead. Keep moving forward. Trust in our defense, yourself, and each other. That's all for the fourth quarter. Martin and Marco.
Thank you so much, Denise. But that play, or in that sequence, we were unable to take advantage of the turnover by Mono, giving the ball away. And that resulted to 2 points for Mono Vampire. That's going to be a blocking foul on Daropan Apirongilay Chai.
Daropan Apirongilay Chai always loves to play the villain. That time fouling Ronaldo Baldwin. Prior to that play, Jason Brickman with the steal. And then the assist to Singletary. There's that foul from Apirongilay Chai.
Only the second team foul for Mono Vampire. Bobby Ray on top. Baldwin fakes the jumper, shoots it. It's off. Battle for the rebound. It goes to Zamar. Zamar getting hounded there by the fireball. Baldwin almost comes up with it. It rolls to Zamar, who shoots the 3. Short. Raimundo with the rebound. And they called the foul here.
Players gotten chippy here. Very physical game so far. Referee's trying to control this. And Parks has to be careful and does not get a tee for resenting to that call.
Third personal foul on Bobby Ray Parks. See that play again. They were scrambling for the loose ball and then might have grabbed the jersey of Apirongilay Chai. (85-84), Mono Vampire with the lead and the possession here. Deguara slams it home.
That's too easy there for Sam Deguara. Bautman trying to draw his 5th personal.
Bautman on the attack again. He turns the ball over. Brickman. 7th turnover for Bautman. Parks denies Brickman.
You know, that's one thing about Bobby Ray Parks, willing to play great defense.
15 seconds to shoot for Mono. Singletary back inside to Deguara. All tangled up with Baldwin. And that's a 3-second violation on the big guy, Sam Deguara.
Good hands there by Ronaldo Baldwin. Coach Douglas Marty arguing that the other referee called a foul.
But the call stands here, a turnover for Mono. Now hold on.
The referees will try to clarify this. The call will stay.
So it's Alab possession. Now Mono applying the pressure Raimundo will send it across. Bogman, one-handed layup, no good.
Again, trying to draw the foul against Sam Deguara.
Samar for three. Short again, Singletary with the board. Singletary attacks and gets denied by Domingo. Here comes Alab Pilipinas. Bobby Ray, the sidestep, the floater is good.
How about the athleticism there of Bobby Ray Parks? Stops on a dime, sidesteps, and then the floater.
1 point game. Halfway done in the fourth. Crowd chanting defense inside Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Jason Brickman finds Singletary from straightaway. Doesn't get the bounce. But ball will remain with Mono Vampire, a fresh 14 for them.
That sequence once again. Great block there coming from Lawrence Domingo.
That led to a fast break opportunity for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Bobby Ray Parks able to capitalize on the other end. Here's Deguara off the window, up and in, plus the foul.
We have really seen Sam Deguara blossom here in the finals. Has improved tremendously in terms of his post work.
That's another basket for Big Sam.
A soft touch kissing it off the glass as he was going down.
Sam Deguara only had one trip to the line earlier, 2 out of 2. Look at his numbers there, 24 points, 18 rebounds, but he cannot make the continuation free throw. 3-point lead. Bogman attacks again, flips it up. Domingo with a finish underneath.
It's pretty much a 1 big 4 small lineup here for Coach Douglas Marty as Singletary does not crash the boards. Lawrence Domingo lording it underneath.
Singletary turns the ball over on the other end. Alab Pilipinas, Bogman kicks it out. Orbestondo, no good on the 3.
Would have brought the house down if Orbestondo had hit that.
The fans were already standing up for the crowd, that is. Timeout on the floor. 1 point game. Mono Vampire holding on. Backdoor coverage here. Again, Alab Pilipinas down by a point. 89-88. A lot of time remaining here in the fourth. 4:09 to be exact. We were just informed that Justin Browning is suffering from cramps. That's why he was out for an extended time for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas.
It looks like he will still be sitting it out. Looks like cramps on the right leg. But Coach Douglas Martin knows the importance of this game too, especially in a best-of-5 series. If a team goes up 2-0, that's pretty much the same as a 3-0 lead in a best-of-7. So this is a very crucial match here for Mono.
Mono wants to take the home court advantage for San Miguel, or from San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Oh, Raimundo with a nice save. Bogman comes up with it. Bogman attacks and flips it up and in.
Still asking for that foul. He has relentlessly attacked Sam Deguara.
Give Bogman 31 points. Zamar the fake, the up and under. Deguara, a one-handed rebound. Cannot get the putback to drop.
Almost a 3-point play there for Deguara.
Oh, that's going to be big. Ronaldo Bogman, 4th personal foul. That's going to be big for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Both big men of each team in foul trouble. Balkman with 4, Deguara with 4.
Coach Jimmy Alab will send J.R. Alabanza back into the game.
And Deguara, perfect so far. That bounces out, and a foul on the rebound play. Chanachon Klahan.
That's a clear foul there. Nice box out coming from Domingo.
Third personal on Klahan. 90 all.
Coach Jimmy is going to send Alabanza in for a mundo just so that he can switch the matchups and put another body on Deguara so that Balkman does not have to guard the 7'4" big man. Try to preserve him from picking up his 5th.
All right, 3.5 minutes remaining. Parks on top, guarded by Brickman. Bobby Ray gets the screen. Now being handled by Singletary. Balkman puts it on the floor. Balkman attacks Deguara, doesn't get the call. Brickman on the move. Back to Singletary. Singletary flips it up and gets fouled in the process.
And, you know, Mono always so good at that transition game. Off the miss or off a turnover, they're always looking to run. That time, a 3-on-2 situation.
Alab Pilipinas clearly missing the services here of Justin Brownlee.
You know, the Balkman just trying to plead his case to our referees.
Michael Singletary at the free throw line. 2 out of 2 in his previous trip. Still perfect, 21 points for Mike Singletary. As you see, Justin Brownlee again on Alab's bench. 2 out of 2, so back to a 2-point lead for Mono. Ray Parks will do this facilitating here for Alab Pilipinas. Using that Alabanza screen, Parks gets the foul on Paul Zamar.
Good call there by the referee. Zamar just a little too aggressive, trying to shadow Bobby Ray Parks. So Zamar now picks up his 4th personal. Has not had a good shooting game. Just 2 out of 11 from the field.
Second guy with 4 fouls, or third rather, for Mono Vampire. Deguara, Zamar, and Chanachon Klahan. Ray Parks to the line. 2 out of 2 to tie things up. $92 apiece. Under 3 remaining.
Watch for Mono to try to go back to Deguara in the post.
Deguara double teamed by Parks and Alabanza. What a move by Deguara there, getting deep and went for the reverse. And here's the steal for Mono. Singletary draws the contact and the foul.
And that's about the 4th time that Alab has turned the ball over because of those forward passes. Try to get into transition.
Lawrence Domingo fouls out of the game. Only 4 points tonight for Lawrence to go along with 7 rebounds.
Justin Brownlee is going to check back into the game, hopefully at 100%. Here's that move, patient move to go for the reverse from Sam Deguara.
Sam Deguara now with 25 points in the game, with 19 rebounds to his name. So Mike Singletary will take 2 shots and a chance to make this a 2-possession game. At first they are attending to that wet spot earlier.
And it's going to be 2 consecutive games now that Mono Vampire has taken a lead deep into the game, or deep into the 4th quarter. Let's see if Alab has it in them to make that run once again.
Your best player on the line, 1 out of 2, so 3-point lead for Mono Vampire. Ronaldo Coast to coast, Ronaldo off the glass.
Just takes it right into the body of Sam Deguara once again.
1 point game. Brickman goes to Klahan. Klahan guarded by Baltman. Brickman puts it on the floor, back out. He's looking for Deguara. Deguara gets him the screen. Brickman drives, flips it up, denied. Swatted away by Baltman.
Great anticipation there from Ronaldo Baltman. Quick hands. That's going to give them 1 second left on the shot clock.
Enough time to get a shot off though. Brickman will send it in. To Deguara, Alabanza with a great defensive stop. Ball deflected. Urbistondo catches the ball and settles down with Bob Ray Parks holding the basketball. Baltman on the blow-by with the left hand.
And he knows Deguara will not challenge him aggressively, so takes it strong once again, gives Alab the 1 point lead.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Singletary!
Cold-blooded three from Mike Singletary.
Big 3-point shot. Gives Alab, or Mono Vampire rather, the 2 point lead. Timeout on the floor. Sea of Philippine flags right here in the Santa Rosa Multi-Purpose Complex. Anxious moments for the Filipino fans as they are down. Alab Pilipinas is down by 2 points courtesy of this cold-blooded 3-point bomb by Mike Singletary.
And you know, Martin, one thing we have not touched on in this game, Alab Pilipinas is the #1 rebounding team in the regular season, averaging 47 rebounds a game. Right now, Mono is out-rebounding them 46-43. It's close, but Mono still out-rebounding them. 16 offensive rebounds for Mono. Sam Deguara on his own has 19 boards. And again, we touched on how important it is for him to stay out of foul trouble. You see the difference right there, those rebounding numbers.
In control of the painted area and the rebounding department. But Bobby Ray Parks with a big basket here for Alab.
Great defense by Mono, just better offense from the reigning back-to-back local MVP.
98 all. A minute and 15 left. They lob it up to Deguara. Deguara turns, takes the shot, and gets the foul.
And again, what a perfect lob into the 7'4" big man by Jason Brickman. Assist number 11.
Wow. Look at this play. They go right in to Sam Deguara, who got the position inside.
And you know, normally you would tell the perimeter defender to make it more difficult for Brickman to make that pass, but Brickman is so good off the dribble and using those screens that you cannot pressure him too hard. Otherwise, he's going to penetrate on his own.
So it's a 3-point lead, 101-98 for Mono Vampire. Approaching the last minute of the game. Baltman again attacks Deguara, no good. But he gets fouled.
Klahan quick to raise his hand up to accept that foul. Better him than Deguara.
So Ronaldo Baltman goes to the free throw line. A crucial trip for Baltmania. Ronaldo is 5 out of 6 tonight. Drops in the first. You see his numbers there, 36 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 dimes.
And Alab has been impeccable from the line this evening. 17 out of 19.
Wow. Only 2 misses for Alab Pilipinas, and Balkman adds to that.
Paolo Javilona is going to check back in for Brownlee, who I'm pretty sure still feeling that that strain has not been a factor so far.
Minute remaining. Road team with the basketball. Deguara underneath, kicks it out, Singletary fires, no good. Alab Pilipinas with possession. A chance to take the lead. Balkman kicks it out, pass too strong. Javilona was able to recover. Balkman goes in too deep, kicks it out again. Javilona, Bobby Ray puts it on the floor. No good, Deguara with the rebound.
And another defensive stop secured by the big man. They need to foul.
The game clock is off. And I think that's going to be on J.R. Alabanza.
That's going to send Paul Zamar to the free throw stripe. Duty foul there from Alabanza.
Yes, Alabanza is the one who pushed Zamar from behind. So Paul Zamar heads back to the line. Alabanza fouls out of this game.
Big trip here for Paul Zamar.
An 84% free throw shooter in the regular season.
Yep.
71% here in the playoffs.
5 out of 6 tonight.
Paul Zamar, a Filipino, trying to put Alab away, knocks down the first.
And I'm sure his father, Coach Boise Zamar, is more nervous than he is on the line.
1 out of 2 here. You see the free throw shooting, Mono missing 8 shots in total tonight.
But plus 12 on the attempts.
2 out of 2 for Paul Zamar. And that's a quick timeout for Coach Jimmy Alapag. Let's listen in.
That side? All right. Take a look. Josh, you got it here. Ball. Josh. Ray. Who's guarding you? Samar. Kyle. Josh. Back speed beside him. Pop out. Comes in. Looking at Ray. You're setting a punch screen for Ray. Just as he inbounds, you're floating up a little bit. After this screen for Ray, you're gonna go get a back screen. I got Ray attacking here off that back screen because DeGuara's gonna be in the middle. There's gonna be no help. Just slide right to the corner for the 3. All right. Hey, Josh, be available. Be available here. I'll be available here in case he needs it. Let's go. Hey, one shot. Let's go. We got it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Mighty Mouse coach Jimmy Alapag wants a 3. Well, from his team, 15.4 seconds remaining.
It has to be something quick. Looks like they're going to initiate it with a drive from Bobby Ray Parks. And then Joshua Bistondo is going to float, or Justin Brownlee is going to pop out to the corner. So you have 3 3-point shooters there on the floor together with Bobby Ray Parks. And Balkman is going to be there to try to get those offensive rebounds.
Parks gets it to Balkman. 12 seconds to shoot. Ray Parks goes around. Brownlee for 3. No good. Balkman with the rebound. Back outside to Brownlee. Oh, no good.
And Mono Vampire is going to steal this one on the road.
Mono Vampire Basketball Club takes game number 2. Shocking everyone here in Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. They grabbed the 3-point lead and tied the series up at 1 game apiece. This was the last play. Ray Parks doing a great job in finding an open Brownlee. Balkman gets him the second chance. Brownlee still unable to make the 3.
Got those open looks. That's 2 open looks for Brownlee, similar to the ones he hit in game 1, just not able to connect.
A 3-point win on the road for Mono Vampire, able to tie the series up. Best player of the game. When we return, you guys are watching the ASEAN Basketball League Finals on SNA. Back inside Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Again, a 3-point win here in game number 2 for the visiting Mono Vampire Basketball Club, tying this final series 1 game apiece. And with this victory, again, they grabbed the home court advantage from San Miguel Alab Pilipinas with more confidence going home in Bangkok, Marco.
Well, I think if you ask Coach Douglas Marty, they did not expect really to go 2-0 here in Santa Rosa, but a win here in Santa Rosa is big for them, evens up the series, takes them back home, gives them home court advantage. And we talked about how the importance of having Deguara on the floor for the entire time, Brickman also on the floor for the entire time for Mono Vampire.
Now let's talk to Denise Dinside with the winning coach and the best player of the game, Coach Douglas Marty and Mike Singletary. Go ahead, Denise.
Coach Doug, first off, congratulations to the Mono Vampire Basketball Club. Now, what was different this time around that you guys were able to finally win against Alab Pilipinas?
Well, thank you. Well, we stayed out of foul trouble, especially with Sam, our big guy. He's our anchor. We needed him in there, and he came through. I mean, very great start to the third quarter, and we kept him on the court because we need him on the defensive boards and as a paint protector. So that was really, really critical. This is such a good team, Alab. And to come in here and show the resiliency that we did, I'm really proud of my group. 2 games in a 5-game series, this was really big for us. And the guys never gave up. I'm really happy that we were able to get it done tonight.
Thank you very much. Now, our player of the game, that was quite a hustle for you for the whole entire game. Now, how did you manage to keep that energy up, seeming to have the answer to all of Alab's plays?
I mean, it's the finals. There's no room to be tired here. I mean, you gotta dig deep and you really gotta focus in on every single play because as we've seen in the first game, one play can change the game. So I'm so proud of our team today that we came back and we bounced back from a pretty upsetting win in a pretty upsetting loss in the first game, and we came out focused and did our game plan and really just focused in on stopping these guys, and we did a great job tonight.
Again, congratulations to both you, Coach, and of course, Mike. Back to you, Martin and Marco.
Thank you so much, Denise. One of the nicest coaches in the league, Coach Douglas Smarty. Great adjustment here in game number 2. And of course, Michael Singletary got him the numbers, 26, 7, and 8. But we also got to give credit to Sam Deguara, who scored 30 and 20 tonight for Mono Vampire. And the next game, that is going to be game number 3, Stadium 29 in Bangkok. It's going to be on April 28th. That's a Saturday. Again, Stadium 29 in Bangkok. So Thailand or Mono Vampire will now have home court advantage in this series. Any last thoughts on this game, Marco?
Well, still a long series, and it's all about making adjustments. Coach Douglas Marty made great adjustments heading into Game 2. Now it's Coach Jimmy Alapag and the rest of the coaching staff's turn to make adjustments heading into Game 3.
Now here on SNA, it's going to be at 7 p.m. the late telecast right here on SNA. But in Stadium 29, Game 3 will be live at 4:30. Live on Liga Channel here and Liga HD Channel 183. So that's it for us here. And things got a bit more interesting here in the finals of season number 8 with Mono Vampire taking the Game 2 victory. A 3-point win, 103 to 100. And in behalf of our broadcast team here, my partner Marco Benitez, belated happy birthday. And of course our panel director, Ms. Miki Mirabueno, and of course our courtside reporter Denise Tensay, Fritz Dizon, our floor director, our executive producer Sir Vic Caridad, and at the helm of this coverage, Direk Al Neri. This is Martin Javier saying good night and see you guys in Game 3 for the finals of your ASEAN Basketball League.